This is the AC70 portable power station from BLUETTI. And while it is one of the smaller offerings from BLUETTI's portable power lineup, it does have some clear advantages over its bigger brothers, especially when it comes to everyday power needs. So in this video, we're going to look at the specs of the AC70. We're going to show you some practical real-world applications of how it can be used. We're also going to give you the information on how long the battery is going to last during different scenarios. And all that combined will help you determine whether or not this is the right product for you. I do have to mention BLUETTI did send me this AC70 for review, but with all my review videos, my goal is to give you clear and factual information. The AC70 is rated for 1,000 watts of output, and it has a power boost option that can go up to 2,000 watts for those situations where you're starting a motor or something that has an initial heavy load of power draw in order to get the device started. The AC70 has 768 watt hours of capacity, and it weighs less than 23 pounds. It looks like the AC70 is built from some tough plastic, so it's designed for everyday use. One of the things I really appreciate is that they balance weight with performance, because as you probably know, battery banks can get really heavy. So having a device that can power most of your devices in a compact form is a huge benefit. The AC70 can charge up to 80% in only 45 minutes with the turbocharge option. And if you're looking for silent charging, it does have a silent mode. To charge this on the go, you can use the CEC input port here and their solar panel charge cord in order to charge this unit up. And this will actually take up to 500 watts of input from solar panels, which will charge this fully in about 2 hours. You can also charge this on the go with the car lighter port, and they include that cable as well. The AC70 is equipped with a LiFePO 4 battery that's rated for over 3,000 charge cycles, so you can have peace of mind that this device will last for years to come. And then you've got these 3 buttons on the front. So you've got your power button in the center. You've got this DC button that turns on your DC output port. So you have this car charge port that's behind this rubber protective cover here. You've got your DC outputs here. You've got 2 USB-C 100 watt ports, and you have 2 12 watt USB-A ports. So with these ports, you can charge pretty much anything you can think of that's USB charge based. Anything from recharging portable cameras all the way up to like MacBook Pros, you can do with these ports on the front. And then on the side here, you've got 2 different AC outlets that you can power different AC based devices. Anything from tools to a mini fridge can be powered from these 2 ports. And in order to turn these ports on, you simply have to push the AC button. So I like the flexibility here. You can turn on different functionality depending on what you need, or you can charge or power DC based devices and AC devices at the same time. So now I've got 3 devices plugged in, 2 on DC, 1 on AC. I've got an iPhone, I've got an iPad, and then I have an LED lamp. And with 97% charge remaining, it shows there's about 12.2 hours left of total charge, total runtime in the AC70 with these devices plugged in. The other nice thing is you can see underneath this total battery charge percentage is a runtime estimate. So depending on what you're doing at any given time, if you're charging a device or if you're powering a light or a power tool or something like that, then you can see how much estimated runtime is left so you know how long you can expect everything to continue before this needs to be recharged. After a while, the display turns off automatically to save some energy. And then if we don't do anything with this, if we don't have anything plugged into it and it's not really powering anything, this will power down by itself. And you can set that duration through the BLUETTI app. And actually, a lot of the functionality to control this is through the app itself. So let's jump into that and let me show you what that looks like. You can see I've already paired the AC70 with my phone. So I'll go ahead and click on that. You can see right now it's charged up to 97%, which matches the display, and it's not being charged at all, and it also doesn't have any output. I can turn this off by hitting the power button as well, and that will shut down the power bank. I can turn on the DC output here. You can see it lights up. I can also turn on the AC output as well. That lights up as well, and I can turn both of those off. I can also go in and configure the different charging options, so it can change the charging mode from standard to silent or to turbo mode through my phone. I can also enable power lifting if I need to power a device that is going to draw more power in the beginning, like a motor for a fan. I even have options to change things like the auto sleep duration if this isn't being used. If you do happen to overload this by plugging something in or multiple devices in that draw over that 1,000 watts of continuous power, this does have built-in safety protection to shut off the output and to protect the AC70 as well as your devices. And I ran into that myself when I tried powering an electric chainsaw out in the garage. And while it got the chainsaw going, I didn't realize at the time that the total power output for the chainsaw was around 1,600 watts. With any power bank, in order to make sure you're staying within the limits, it's always a good idea to check the labels of the devices that you're planning on powering with the unit. And if the total wattage rating isn't listed on the device, you can do a simple calculation to see how many watts are going to be needed in order to power it. But at the end of the day, if you end up plugging something in that's going to draw too much power or multiple devices that's going to draw too much power, it's nice to see BLUETTI has some safety features built in. All right, so now let's dive into some real life situations. First up, DIY projects and yard work. So if you're anything like me, you know how frustrating it can be if you're working on a project and you need power and that power outlet is just a bit too far out of reach for it to be useful. That's where the AC70 can come in handy. It's portable, it's easy to set up, and it can handle things like a drill or a sander, and even things like hedge trimmers with no problem. So for example, a hedge trimmer pulling about 450 watts should run for a little over an hour. A leaf blower will do about the same, and something like a drill or a circular saw, depending on the wattage, can go for quite a while too. So as you can see, it's a perfect option for light to medium tasks where outlets aren't available. Now let's talk about something that we all worry about, which is having emergency backup power. Whether it's a planned outage, an unexpected blackout, or there happens to be a storm coming through your area, the AC70 is built to keep the essentials running. It's perfect for things like a mini fridge, which it can power for about 9 hours, which is enough time to keep food and medicine safe until the power comes back on. It's also great for a Wi-Fi router, which it can power for almost 2 days straight. And for LED lights, those can stay on for more than 60 hours so you're not left in the dark. This can give you peace of mind when you need it most, especially during extreme weather conditions. One thing you might not be thinking about is using the AC70 for seasonal and holiday use. So for example, if you're setting up lights around a gazebo or another remote part of your yard that doesn't have power, you can use the AC70 without having to run an extension cord across your yard. The same thing would apply for a shed or any other part of your yard where you need to get power. If you need to power a 100-foot string of holiday lights, that should last about 65 hours on a single charge, and inflatable decorations like snowman or Santa should last about 13 hours depending on how much wattage they use. If you're setting up a festive display where there isn't any power, the AC70 can be a handy solution and keep things easy to manage. And if you like road trips and camping, the AC70 can keep your essential devices powered while you're on the go and without sacrificing a lot of cargo space. You can charge up your phone for over 50 hours, you can keep a mini fridge running for a long time, and you can charge up any of those other power-hungry devices that you tend to take with you. And the best part is, if you have solar panels, you can keep the AC70 charged with renewable energy on the go. Another use case you could use this for is as a UPS. So if you have some electronic devices in your house that you want to make sure they're always powered on, then you could actually keep this plugged in all the time, have those devices plugged into this, and if there happens to be a power outage, this will kick in as little as 20 milliseconds in order to continuously power your devices that are plugged into this. This also has a pure sine wave output for the AC ports, which means that the energy coming out of these ports might be cleaner than the energy coming from your power station. So if you have sensitive equipment and electronics that you want to have clean power coming to, then this can supply that. The AC70 is a versatile, powerful, and eco-friendly power station that's designed for everyday tasks and a lot of flexibility. As far as who this is for specifically, if you're looking for a power solution that will help you with light to moderate tasks, if you're looking for something to help give you power for those essential devices like recharging a cell phone or powering a Wi-Fi router so that way you still have network connectivity at your house, then this is a solid choice for that. And also if you're looking for a power solution on the go, so if you like to camp or if you like to do a lot of road trips and you want something available to charge some of those portable devices, then this is also a good solution. So my end verdict is, if you're looking for a portable power solution that's not too heavy, it's not too big, but still flexible enough to tackle a lot of different use cases, then the AC70 is one of the best options on the market. If you're looking to pick up a BLUETTI AC70, I'll have links in the video description below that you can go and click on to check out the AC70 at its current best price. Otherwise, I want to say thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to check out this other video next. I'm sure you'll find it helpful too. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.